Welcome to the Functional Forever Fitness Training. My name is Joel and I want to welcome you here today. And what we are going to do is today we're going to show you not only how to have a fit body forever, but I'm going to share with you the number one secret that you need to know in terms of your health and longevity as you get older. I'm going to share with you the 3 paradigm shifts that you must understand in order to see results as we age. Then I'm going to share with you the 6 fitness levers that nobody is focusing on in terms of exercise with older adults. But before we do that, I'm just going to give you a brief history of who I am and what we do. So my name is Joel Kokis and I am the owner of Fit Body Forever Gyms, and I own 3 gyms. And we started this program 5 years ago. And what we recognized in the fitness industry was there wasn't a program for older adults. There was all these gyms and all these other programs out there for younger individuals, but nothing specifically designed for adults 55 plus. And I get it, there are programs, at senior centers, and there are other, sit and be fit, and there's things that you can do, but nothing that's truly dedicated to weight loss, strength gain, increased flexibility, increased energy, increased longevity. So genuinely, the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s can be the best years of your life. So 5 years ago, that is what we created. And we teamed up with 2 world-renowned doctors named Dr. Cody Sipe and Dan Ritchie and created the Fit Body Forever program. And over these last 5 years, we have trained hundreds of clients in our gyms and had amazing success. And what we have done now is we have taken that and we have brought it to you so you can do it from the comfort and safety of your home. 2020 has been a stressful, difficult year, and we realize that there are tons of people that do want to increase their strength and lose weight and increase their energy, improve their longevity, improve their health, but they want to do it from the comfort and safety of your home. So we have built that program, and we have been doing that for the last few months, again, with amazing success with our clients, and that is what this program is all about. So let's get right into it. The first thing I want to ask is, which would you choose in terms of years you have left? Would you rather have quantity of years, meaning maybe you can have 40 years left on your life, or would you rather have quality years, meaning the years that you have left are truly the best years of your life? Everybody always picks quality, and I would too. But it's kind of a trick question because the answer is you can have both. Not only can we add years to your life, but we can genuinely make them the best years of your life. You just got to know how to do it. So these 2 women are approximately the same age. Which life are you designing? And I say that because we know that all the choices that we make in our life determine the outcome of our life. So it is genuinely up to you. And sometimes things happen in our life that are outside of our control, and that is for certain. But for the most part, we control our health and our longevity, and it all becomes down to you. It's just a choice. So I always like to ask, which life are you designing? Are you designing a life more where you end up the woman on the right, or are you designing a life perhaps more where you end up like the woman on the left? And this gets to our number one secret, the thing that you need to know, and we call that functional longevity. And what functional longevity is it is where not only do we add years to your life, but we make those years the best years of your life, and that is functional longevity. And functional longevity means that you are able to do the things that you need to do, like to do, and want to do for the rest of your life. Now, the things that you need to do, those are the things that we usually take for granted, like cooking or cleaning or getting dressed. Things that we like to do, those are the things like maybe going for lunch with your friends or a walk around the lake or playing golf. And the things that you want to do, these are the things that might be on your bucket list. Or maybe there was something that you said, I really wish that 10 years ago or 20 years ago, I did this thing. And a lot of times people think that the wants are over and that's too late. But it's not too late. And I'll share a story with you shortly of a client who achieved an amazing want just about 12 months ago. So that is what we need to focus on. We need to focus on functional longevity, meaning we are adding amazing years to your life, but they're full. You are able to do anything that you want to do with those years. Now, this gets into the 3 mental aging paradigm shifts that you need to know in order to see success. Number 1, aging isn't the bad guy. Premature aging is. And what I mean by that is we all have 2 ages. We have a primary age and we have a secondary age. The primary age is just the age on our driver's license. Every year, you and myself, we all get 1 year older. But the secondary age, that's the age of your body. So that is something that is determined by those lifestyle choices. So for example, we all know people that maybe have been fairly sedentary and unhealthy in their lives. and they aren't very physical, they can't do the things that they want to do. So maybe their secondary age is older than the primary age. Maybe on their driver's license, they're 50 years old, but unfortunately, they move more like they're 65 or 70. But we all know people that are the opposite. We see these amazing feats of 90-year-olds that can run the 100-meter dash, and we see all of these older generation people doing some amazing things. And their secondary age is younger than their primary age. And that is what we want to focus on, and that is what matters. We don't care about our primary age. What we care about is our secondary age. Number 2 is that old isn't a number, it's just a mindset. And that might seem very simple, but a lot of times we take it for granted. And what this means is we need to know that as we age, we can still do all these amazing things. But unfortunately, what some people do is they'll say things like, oh, I'm too old to do that, or, getting old sucks, which is something that a lot of people say. But that's just a mindset. We can still do all these incredible things well into our 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond. So it's just a mindset, and you have to stay young at heart. Number 3, aging is fluid, and it's never too late to change it. But one thing I always like to say with our clients is it's never too late until it is. And when that is unfortunately when we are no longer here. And sometimes people put things off so long that it is never too late until it is too late. But aging is fluid, and genetics only accounts for about 25% of the aging process. We used to think that, we were just dealt a set of cards, and how our life determined the diseases we got, the things we couldn't and couldn't do, was just part of our genetics. But now we know that that's not the case, and it's at least 75% up to us and the choices that we want to make. And that gets back to that life that you are designing. So the choice is up to you. The ball is literally in your court on what do you value most and what do you want to focus on so that you can have the life more like that woman that was on the right in that earlier slide. So both of these women are 74 years old. The choice is yours to make. And again, do you want to make choices where you end up more like the woman on the right here, or maybe the woman on the left? Now, obviously, this woman on the left that's not necessarily what we are focusing on in our program, but it's a good example that at 74, anything is possible. And you can make these choices in your life to have the fitness and the health and the longevity that you want. You just have to do it the right way, and that is what we focus on. We have a very unique way of training our clients that delivers these amazing results because we have focused primarily on adults 55 plus. So how can fitness help? So exercise improves and helps arthritis, osteoporosis, heart disease. This list is virtually endless. The 2 that I really like to focus on, 3 rather, is arthritis and osteoporosis, because it's a little bit of cart before the horse. And unfortunately, a lot of times when they have joint pain or they do have arthritis or osteoporosis, they rest and they don't move their joints and they don't participate in certain exercise, which in fact is the worst thing that you can do. And then your joints degrade even faster. But when you learn how to exercise safely and effectively, you can actually reverse some of these symptoms. We've had dozens and dozens of clients actually get off their arthritis medication coming through our program because they learn how to exercise safely and effectively for older adults so that they can see amazing results and reverse some of these things. The other one is cognitive function. A lot of times people don't know how important fitness can be on our mental health. And I don't just mean mental health in terms of emotionals. I also mean things like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. It's very, very important. So exercise is so important, but it has to be done the right way. And a lot of times people think they're exercising, and they are, but they're doing it a little bit of the wrong way, which is what we're going to get into. Now, this is what I call the aging trajectory. I'm going to describe it really quick. On the y-axis we have functional capacity. Think of this as the higher you are on this functional capacity axis, the more you're able to do things. And then on the bottom, on the x-axis, we have age. We have the day that we're born, which is over here. So we're born and our functional capacity is very low. And then way on the other side, we have the day that we die. Now, when we're born, we are age 0, and our functional capacity is very low. And people need to take care of us. They need to feed us and dress us and change our diaper and do all of that fun stuff. We have a line on here called the disability threshold. So when you're born, you're below the disability threshold. That means someone has to take care of you. You can't do your wants, your likes, and you can't even do your needs. Now, as we grow through early life, our functional capacity increases, and we can now start to do these things. We cross this disability threshold where someone no longer needs to take care of us. And then we hit our peak functional capacity. Maybe that's late 20s, maybe it's sometimes in your 30s, but at some point in our life, we start to curl and go the other way, meaning we start to physically not be able to do the things that we once could. And you're gonna see on here, there's two trajectories. We have kind of this blue line, and then we have this yellowy orange line. Unfortunately, most people fall on this orange line, meaning their physical capacity starts to decline, and eventually they cross the disability threshold again. And that means you definitely can't do your wants, you definitely can't do your likes, and unfortunately you no longer can do your needs, and you need someone to take care of you. And that is usually when someone ends up in a long-term care home or something like that. Now, for some of you, that might be a ways away, but unfortunately it is the outcome for a lot of individuals in our society nowadays. And then we have the other trajectory, and the other trajectory you can see is a slower decline. It is a decline where you are still able to do your needs and your likes and your wants all the way until the end of your life. And that is the trajectory that you want. That is the aging trajectory that you want. And if I were to ask you which one would you want, I'm sure you would say the blue versus this orange line. Now, the good news is it doesn't take much to change your trajectory. You might be thinking now like, oh boy, I think I'm more closer to this orange-yellow line. The good news is that with our program and how we train, we are able to change people's trajectories so that this can be your trajectory and your outcome can be amazing, where you can do all the things that you need, like, and want to do for the rest of your life. So if I were to ask you which type of exercise is best for functional longevity, which remember is the number one secret, meaning that we're adding years and making those years the best years, is it walking or is it strength training? Now, some people say walk, some people say strength training. The majority of people actually say walking, and it's incorrect. The answer is actually strength training, but you have to do it the right way. Not only does it have to be safe and effective, but you have to do it the right way where you can achieve more outcomes than just gaining strength. And that is the secret to our program. And that takes me into our 6 fitness levers, which I'm going to cover here. So on this chart, you can see in the middle we have physical function. And think of this as just, you want all of these things tied together, make you able to do all the things that you want to do. That's what being physically functionable is. Now you can see that we have an arm that comes out and it goes to musculoskeletal. And this is things like strength and endurance and joint integrity. We have an arm that comes to cardio. We have an arm that comes to balance. One that goes to mobility, one that goes to cognitive emotional, which is things like your memory, your pain threshold, even your problem solving. And then one that goes to neuromuscular, which is your coordination, your reaction time, and your motor control. Unfortunately, with most programs, people aren't getting all 6 of these fitness levers, which you must have as you age. And if you don't have these things, that's where you're not going to get the quality of years and the quantity of years. Let's take walking, for example. When someone walks, what are they doing? They are getting what most people would say is cardio. And if I were to ask you what is cardio, cardio is increasing your heart rate. So we're working on this arm right here, we're working on cardio. But we're not working on a musculoskeletal, we're not working on strength. In fact, walking sometimes can be the opposite of building strength. We're not working on neuromuscular, we're not working on cognitive emotional, we're not working on mobility. You could arguably say we're working a little bit on balance depending on maybe if you're walking on a trail or walking on a sidewalk. But for the most part, we're only focused on cardio. Now, let's say, for example, you go to a gym that has machines and you sit down in machines and you do certain exercises. Here, you're going to be hitting the musculoskeletal arm. You're going to be improving your strength. But the problem is all you are doing is pushing power into a machine and the machine does the rest. So you're not working neuromuscular or cognitive emotional or your mobility or your balance. And this takes us into the secret of our program, which we call functional strength training. And in our program, when we take someone through just a 30-minute workout, we hit all 6 of these fitness levers. And that's the big secret that delivers such amazing results to our clients. We take people through special exercises specifically designed for adults 55 plus that hit all 6 of these arms. So like I said, in 30 minutes, you're increasing your strength, you're improving your cardio, we're working on balance and mobility, and we're increasing our cognitive and neuromuscular function. And that is what everybody needs to focus on, and this is what people are missing. They're hitting one, maybe two of these arms, depending on programs that they're doing, but they are not hitting all six. And hitting all six of these is the secret. And this means that when you do this, not only are you going to add amazing years to your life, but those years will truly be the best, and you're going to be able to do things that you never thought possible. I'll leave you with this example of one of our clients. Her name is Pam. Pam joined our program and she just wanted to learn how to exercise. Then she started to lose a little bit of weight, which she thought was exciting. And she said, hey guys, I'd like to actually lose more weight. So we started to focus on that. She ended up losing 40 pounds and has been the most fit she's ever been in her life. 12 months ago, she hiked the Machu Picchu Trail in Peru, which was one of her wants. It was on her bucket list. And 3 years ago, it was something that she never thought she could possibly ever do. And she was sad that she didn't do that in her life. But about a year ago, she was the oldest person on her trip at age 73 to hike the Machu Picchu Trail. So a truly amazing accomplishment, one that she didn't think she could accomplish, but it is a proof that when you do all of these things, amazing things are possible. So in this video, we covered the number one secret, which is focusing on functional longevity. We covered those 3 mental paradigm shifts. And now we've talked about the 6 fitness levers, which you must have in your program if you truly want to see amazing results. So I invite you to go below if you would like, schedule a call with our team, and what we'll do, we'll talk about your goals, we'll talk about our program, and we'll lay out a program that can help you. Even if you don't want to end up working with us and our team, you're going to come away from the call knowing some great action steps that you can take moving forward. But I want to thank you for participating in this video today, for taking the time out of your day, spending it with me, and I hope it was valuable to you. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.